This broadcast is copyright Polk County Christian School. Stop by our school at 2490 West Tower Drive in Bolivar and see what we are doing to provide a Christian education for children in our area. All rights reserved. All right, folks, we are back for the varsity game. Oakwood Academy Warhawks hosting the Polk County Christian School Knights. Again, this is varsity. Girls are on the court for warm-up at this time. The ref just met with the captains and did the coin toss. I've seen my daughter do that before. All right, we just finished the first game. Polk County Christian School Knights came out on top 2 out of 3 matches in the junior varsity match tonight. And now we're playing 3 out of 5. All right. The Knights are on the court for the warm-up. Thank you, sir. And looks like our lineup for tonight for the varsity team is Ariana Larimer, number 13, Destiny Larimer, number 21, Natalie Presley, number 8, and Caitlin Sandage, number 19, Lenny Rust, number 16, and Hannah Hale, number 3. Trying to think of who I'm missing, because I feel like I'm missing somebody. All right, we'll double check that in a bit once they're out on the court and greeting the other team. And folks, if you haven't noticed tonight, the girls are wearing brand new jerseys. First night they've worn these, and they look fabulous. So also, while we're talking about jerseys, I want to give a shout out to Mid-Missouri Bank in Bolivar, one of our sponsors. Well, that didn't work as well as I wanted it to. When I switch to that image, I'll switch back to it in just a minute, but my mic disappears when I do that. All right, Mid-Missouri Bank sponsored some new jerseys this year for PCCS in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pink jerseys, and for the whole team, that was a great thing. We appreciate them doing that. They've done that before, and so sometimes you'll see us wearing pink jerseys during the month of October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so we appreciate Mid-Missouri Bank and all the different ways that they sponsor and help Polk County Christian School and athletics in the Bolivar area. All right, so we're getting ready for the game. It looks like we've got, I think, maybe almost 6 minutes before game time. So a little housekeeping. I believe we did the copyright at the beginning. You can find PCCS on the web at polkcountychristianschool.org and on Facebook at facebook.com/Polk County Christian School, or on YouTube at youtube.com/@PCCS. And then a direct link to our live broadcasts when we are live is the same link, youtube.com/@PCCS, and then add /live for any live broadcasts. If you go to that link, you can, any of our videos, you can subscribe, you can click thumbs up and say, hey, thanks for recording this, thanks for live streaming it, thanks to Polk County Christian School for making that service available, and we'd love to have a thumbs up. But also, you get an opportunity to subscribe to our channel if you'd like to, to be more aware of what's going on and be able to see more of our content more readily. And then if you do subscribe, there's a bell icon that you could also take advantage of if you choose to. And if you click that bell icon, then you'll actually be notified when we either go live with another broadcast or when we upload a broadcast that wasn't live streamed but was recorded, like this broadcast, because we don't have access to the Wi-Fi at this venue. So this broadcast is being recorded, and then we'll upload it tonight, and it should be available on our YouTube channel tomorrow morning. And as always, PCCS athletes, spectators, and families strive to set a Christian example at all times. On behalf of the school board, teachers, and all who have invested time, effort, finances, and prayers, we appreciate the opportunity to have a part in establishing a foundation in the lives of our students through Christian education. And so the Warhawks. You know, I just realized I think I may have called them War Eagles a couple of times, and that's a town in Arkansas. So the Warhawks are out on the court warming up. Looks like about half the team on the left side, half the team on the right. Polk County Christian School glorifies God through excellence as a Christ-centered educational environment that emphasizes servant leadership with a biblical worldview. As a Christ-based learning facility, Polk County Christian School strives to be representative of attributes that will glorify God and prepare your child for academic success. Come see us on Tower Drive in Bolivar to see how we can help your student. Folks, if you go to our YouTube channel, all of our past live broadcasts are under a tab called Live, and then you'll find any recorded events that were not broadcast live under the Video tab. That's the way YouTube currently has it set up. Of course, that is subject to change. You're watching PCCS TV, promoting Christianity and compassion at school. Well, I found one of our super fans up in the stands, sitting up in the corner. It looks like he's got himself occupied between games. I believe that's going to be Jordan, keeping himself busy until it's game time, and I'm sure he'll be turned around and supporting his siblings out on the court and the rest of the team as well. Good to see all the fans on the other side of the court. This has been a nice venue. They've allowed me to get up on the stage on the side of the court that's across from the fans, and I have a slightly elevated position, a little safer from the volleyballs that might be errant and could hit the equipment. So I've been safe from that for the first game. Hopefully that'll hold for the second game. And it looks like we're about just under 3 minutes from game time here.
WM is AM 940. That's just doing a game tonight, a football game. They're pretty good at the sound and stuff.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear your starting lineup for Polk County Knights. Number 13, Ariana Larimer. Number 3, Hannah Hare. Number 19, Caitlin Sanders. Number 15, Peyton Bray. Number 16, Claire Rush. Number 21, Destiny Larimer. Number 8, Taylor Wesley. And number 9, Amanda Presley. Let's make some noise for your Oakwood Academy Wars. Number 10, Elliot Lewis. Number 25, Hannah Sweet. Number 2, Olivia Price. Number 22, Cindy Marks. Number 66, Jalen Long. And number 1, Maya Crowe. Let's make some noise!
Bear with me, folks. I'm trying to get the on-screen scoreboard lined up so that we could use that. There we go. I think I've got it. And I'll have that on screen here in just a moment. All right, there we go. We've got a scoreboard now. And let's get ready for the ref is checking the lineups, making sure everybody's set. And all right, now we're ready for the game. Apologies that I didn't have that scoreboard going for the first game. The Warhawks get the first serve. Number 10 is up to serve, 0 serving 0. This is first match, going for 3 out of 5. That was to Ariana, over to Destiny, and Destiny couldn't quite get to it. So it's a point for the Warhawks. 1 serving 0. Let's see if I can darken that scoreboard up just a little bit and make it a little easier to see. Serve is up, over to Lenny. Lenny forward to Hannah, but point for the Warhawks. Serve is up, and that one's into the net. So point for the Knights. 1 serving 2. Ariana Larimer moving back to serve for the Knights. Serve is up, and it's over. And that's out, so that's an ace for Ariana. 2 serving 2. Serve is up. It's over. A beautiful serve. War Eagles under it. They send it back, and it's over to Lenny. Lenny up to Ariana. Ariana setting it up for Caitlin. Caitlin across with a kill shot, but the War Eagles are under it. They tip it back over, and Peyton tries to tip it over, but it's into the net, and point for the War Eagles. 3 serving 2. Good effort on both sides of the net. Serve is up. That's 25 with the serve. Destiny sending it forward to his sister Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton with a kill shot that was out. Line judge and the refs say out. We're going to go with that. Hard to see it from over here. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. All right, number 25 on the serving line. Serve is up. It's over to Peyton. Peyton up in the air to Destiny. Destiny up in the air to Caitlin. Caitlin back over to the War Eagles. They put it up. Number 2 sets it across, and Caitlin there for a beautiful block and sets it across the net as she's at it. Folks, she is making a number of highlight reels this year. Hannah Hale rotating back to serve. 3 serving 4. Her serve is up, and the War Eagles are under it. Second hit brings it across to Destiny. Destiny sending it back over, and the War Eagles tried to block that, and not quite. It was on their side of the net. 4 serving 4. Hannah Hale back on the serving line. Number 3 for the Knights. Serve is up. Oh, good serve into the second row, and they're bringing it forward. And there's a kill shot, but that was, well, line judge says in. We're going with that, folks. All right. Point for the War Eagles. Score is 5 serving 4. Serve is up, and Caitlin Sandage under it, right across, and the War Eagles were there to block it, folks. Give them credit. That was a beautiful block on their part. They deserve a lot of credit for that. All right, number 2 for the War Eagles, back to serve. 6 serving 4. Serve is up, and that was in. And the line judge agrees that was in. So it is 7 serving 4. Serve is up. It's back to Caitlin. Caitlin puts it up for Peyton. Peyton over to Caitlin with a gentle set across. The War Eagles are under it. They're bringing it forward, and they send it over to Hannah. Hannah to Caitlin. Caitlin just across the net, but the War Eagles send it up. They save it. Hannah Hale bringing it back to Caitlin. Caitlin with a gentle set across again. Peyton sending it back. Folks, it's a volley. And what a good one it is. Ariana, last second dive. Couldn't quite get a good hit on it, so it's out on the Knights. That was a great volley on both sides of the net. Good effort for everybody. Nothing to be ashamed of there either side. And the War Eagles sending the ball back to Caitlin. She puts it up in the air for Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton with a gentle hit across. Gets it over. The War Eagles setting it up for a kill shot. It's back to Hannah. Hannah across, and the War Eagles are there to block it. And it was in. Fair point to the War Eagles. That was a good play on their part. Point for the War Eagles. It's now 9 serving 4. Number 2 on the serving line. Serve is up, and it's back to Caitlin. Oh, good effort, folks. Point for the War Eagles. Timeout on the Knights. 10 serving 4. Knights are having a huddle with Coach Cribbs. And I'd like to show some appreciation for our volunteers for this game. We've got Mrs. Freilich doing stats for PCCS. Landon Gray running line judge on our side. And, of course, appreciate the volunteers for the War Eagles as well, running the scoreboard in the venue and doing their stats. And I got another volunteer here. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. Probably keeping, one of them's running a timer, I believe. Yep. All right. And, of course, we appreciate our referee here as well. All right. Number 2 back on the serving line for the War Eagles. Serve is up, and it's over to Caitlin. Caitlin up to Ariana. Ariana sets it up for Peyton. Peyton across, and the War Eagles are under it, setting up a kill shot. They send it over to Hannah. Hannah bringing it up to Ariana. Ariana setting it up for Lenny. Lenny over to the War Eagles. War Eagles putting it up high. They bring it back across to Hannah. Hannah forward to Ariana. Ariana sets it back for Peyton. Peyton across to the War Eagles. Folks, everybody's on this. Oh. Oh, good effort, folks. Good effort on both sides of the net there. Both teams playing hard. All right, number 2 back to serve for the War Eagles. Her serve is up. Destiny at the last second thought it was out, let it go, and the line judge says in. We're going with that, folks. Can't argue with that. All right, number 2 back to serve. Serve is up, and Caitlin under it, over to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin back over to the War Eagles. War Eagles setting up a play. Kill shot back to Hannah. Hannah to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin with a kill shot. All right, War Eagles keep it alive, and they're trying to kill shot, but that is out. All right, point for the Knights. It is 5 serving 12. Caitlin Sandage back to serve for the Knights. Number 19. Serve is up, and War Eagles are under it. Second hit over to the front line, and Lenny to Ariana with a, wild-handed shot from Ariana and Caitlin. Gets it across. It's back over to Caitlin, up to Ariana. Ariana forward to Lenny, and it's a miss. Point for the War Eagles. 13 serving 5. War Eagles have got some momentum here, folks. The Knights are going to have to kick it into gear. Number 44 rotating back to serve for the War Eagles. Her serve is up, and Lenny's under it to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton across, and the War Eagles under that, setting up a shot. Number 10 with a kill shot. Caitlin saves it, and the War Eagles send it right back across. Ariana sending it back over. And the War Eagles setting up another kill shot, but that one is in. In all fairness, that was absolutely in. That was in by probably a little more than a foot, but it was awful fast. And good play on the War Eagles. Number 44 up to serve, 14 serving 5. Serve is up. It's over to Lenny. Lenny to Destiny. Destiny to Ariana. Ariana over to the second row. Back to nobody on our side of the net. Point for the War Eagles. 15 serving 5. .44 on the serving line. Serve is up. It's over to Hannah coming forward for that. War Eagles are under it. They're setting up another shot. They send it way back, and that one was out. Good job for Caitlin assessing that was out that time and letting it go. Peyton Gray moving back to serve. Natalie Presley coming in to sub for Destiny. Natalie's going to add some needed height to that front row. Peyton Gray, number 15 on the serving line. Her serve is up, 6 serving 15. War Eagles are under it. Second hit. Here comes the third hit. Gently across to Hannah. She's putting it up to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana with a set going across. And the War Eagles send it back to Ariana. And Peyton and Natalie. Okay, it's back over. And the War Eagles can't get it across the net that time. It went under, so good point for the Knights. It's 7 serving 15. Peyton Gray on the serving line. Serve is up. Good serve. War Eagles are under it. They're bringing it across to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana to Natalie. And Natalie, good effort. She was lined up but missed the hit just barely. So it's a point for the War Eagles. It is 16 serving 7. And number 66 back to serve. Serve is up, and it's over to Caitlin. Caitlin, no, point for the War Eagles. 17 serving 7. Serve is up, and it's over to Hannah. Hannah to Caitlin. Caitlin forward to Peyton. Peyton across to the War Eagles, and they send it back over to Ariana. Ariana back to the War Eagles. War Eagles setting up another shot, and she brings it over to Ariana. Ariana putting it up for Peyton. Peyton for Ariana, and a kill shot for the... Oh, yes, that's what we like, folks. That was a good shot. Point for the Knights. That'll make a highlight reel. 9 serving... Well, I think it's 8 serving 17. One of the scoreboards is kind of faded here. The one that the camera's pointed at, actually. The other one makes it looks like it's an 8. Either way, shot back to, point for the War Eagles. 18 serving 8, I believe. There's 2 scoreboards here, and the one the camera's showing looks like a 9, but the other one makes it pretty confident it's an 8. Okay, yep, statistician confirming that. It is an 8. Okay, Hannah Hale gets the serve. She's back over, and they send it back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Back to the War Eagles. War Eagles are under it, and they're sending it across. Another kill shot. Caitlin's under it, but nobody grabs it from Caitlin. Point for the War Eagles. It's 19, serving 8. Number 1 on the line to serve for the War Eagles. Her serve is up. Good serve to Caitlin. She puts it up. Peyton putting it up. Ariana taking that for the kill shot, but War Eagles save it, and it's over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana back over to the War Eagles, and they let it go out of bounds. Point for the War Eagles. 20, serving 8. Serve is up. Good serve. Hannah Hale trying to get under it. It's out. Point for the War Eagles. 21 serving 9. Timeout on the Knights. Folks, while we're on a brief timeout, I'd like to show some appreciation to some of our sponsors for PCCS. KYOO AM/FM in Bolivar. Need More Vacations, Shell and Hammer Construction, and Womack Monuments are platinum level sponsors. Gold level sponsors: Bill Roberts Chevrolet, Edward Jones, Mid-Missouri Bank, Shelter Insurance, Craig Lehman, agent, Stewart's Custom Designs, and Wildman Plumbing. And for silver level sponsors: Douglas Honan Heidemann, PC, Etch Salon, First Baptist Church in Bolivar, Hogan Farms, Motor Monkeys LLC, Oakstar Bank, Parton Real Estate, Pitts Chapel, Polk County Crop Services, State Farm Insurance, Bryant Chastain, agent, State Farm Insurance, Gianna Andrews, agent. And finally, our bronze level sponsors: All Creatures Animal Clinic, Bank of Missouri, Bolivar Ready Mix, Creator Designs, Creator Delights, Hubbard Realty, Garrettson's Trash. And the players are back on the court. War Eagles serve is up. It's good. It's in. Looked like it was on the line. Line judge flags in. That's a point for the War Eagles. 22 serving 8. Serve is up, and it's back to Caitlin. Caitlin up to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana across to the War Eagles. War Eagles setting up a play, and they bring it across to Peyton. Peyton up to Ariana. Ariana setting it up to Natalie, and Natalie across to the War Eagles. Into the back corner, folks. That's a point for the Knights. Great aim for Natalie. Love to see that. That's where her height on the front row comes in. All right, Natalie coming out. Destiny Larimer coming in. Destiny's going to move back to the serving line. 9 serving 22. Destiny's wearing number 21. And serve is up, and that one's out. Point for the War Eagles. 23 serving 9. Number 10 moving back to serve for the War Eagles. Serve is up. It's to Hannah. Hannah across to the War Eagles. They bring it forward, setting up a play, and they do that kill shot across to Caitlin, and she does a beautiful block. It's over to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana, and Ariana to Caitlin with another kill shot. Folks, I missed a little bit. I was trying to hit my highlight button. That's a little harder to do without my control room keyboard here. Serve is up. It's over to Lenny, and Lenny to Destiny. Destiny to Caitlin. Caitlin over to the War Eagles, and they keep it alive. Bring it back over to Lenny. Lenny up to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot, and they tip it. It's out of bounds. Point for the Knights. It is 10, serving 24. Ariana Larimer back to serve for the Knights, number 13. Serve is up. Beautiful serve, tipped by the War Eagles. Folks, love to see that. That's an ace for the Knights. 11, serving 24. Serve is up. War Eagles under it. They're bringing it forward, setting up a play. They bring it across to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny over to Caitlin. Girls are talking. I hear that. That's what I love to hear. Kill shot over to, good effort. The Knights were going for it, but that's a match. 25-11. War Eagles on top for the first match, going for 3 out of 5. I'm going to take a moment and grab my phone and check, because we played the War Eagles recently, and I don't remember the outcome of that, but we're going to have it momentarily. So we played them on September 22nd, and looks like Varsity lost 0-2. Junior Varsity won 2-0. So I had not looked at that before, but I am confident that the Varsity is aware of what that score was, and they're trying to make up for that. So I look for Coach to be making some adjustments at the moment. Folks, you're watching PCCS TV, promoting Christianity and compassion at school. At Polk County Christian School, it's our goal to encourage and stimulate a positive learning environment with a God-fearing faculty in order to advance your child's education and spiritual wellness for a promising future. We invite you to watch a replay of this game and all our past events on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@PCCS. And upcoming events for Polk County Christian School. Let me get that schedule open just a minute. Well, it's taking a little longer than I thought it would. There we go. All right, so looks like Monday the 6th, Lady Knights have a scrimmage at Bolivar Middle School. Tuesday the 7th, a game at Trinity and Hollister. Monday the 13th, a game at El Dorado Springs. And the players are back on the court. We'll go over some more of that schedule in a bit. Serve is up. Ariana Larimer serving. It's back to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton with a kill shot, but the War Eagles send it back over. That one is out. Point for the Knights. one serving 0 in the second match, going for 3 out of 5. Serve is up. Ariana, wow, power serve on that. Ace for the Knights. Love to see that. 2 serving 5. Serve is up. That's an error. Point for the War Eagles. War Eagles have number 10 at the serving line. Her serve is up. 1 serving 2. Over to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Back over to the War Eagles. They're setting up that kill shot again. And that one's out of bounds. Point for the Knights. Looks like the girls are paying closer attention, making sure that it's in before they hit it. Hannah Hale back to serve. 3 serving 1. Serve is up. And a power serve over to the War Eagles. And they tried to tip it across. Caitlin was there for the block, but she was not needed. Point for the Knights. 4 serving 1. Serve is up. And War Eagles under that tried to tip it across, but hit it twice. And point for the Knights. 5 serving 1. Serve is up, and it's out the backcourt, but they save it. Third hit almost over. Good effort for the War Eagles. Absolutely not giving up. That's what coaches should always say. Don't give up till the ball is on the floor or the ref blows a whistle. Knights, I believe that might have been on the War Eagles, not quite sure. I'm sorry, timeout. I believe that may have been on the War Eagles, not quite sure. And the score is 6 serving 5 when we come back. You're watching PCCS TV. All right, players are back out on the court. Hannah Hale still at the serving line. 6 serving 1. Serve is up. And it's out the back, but they save it. Third hit brings it across, but that's out. And Hannah lets it go out without tipping it. Point for the Knights. 7 serving 1. Good effort on the War Eagles' part. Serve is up. I missed the serve. Sorry. Ariana setting it up for Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot. War Eagles keep it alive. And third hit brings it over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana back to Peyton. Peyton with a kill shot, but the War Eagles keep it in. And they're sending it back to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton setting it up for Caitlin. And that was out. Good effort. And the Knights say it was tipped. Okay, there's question about whether or not it was tipped. Okay, I think it was tipped. All right, Hannah Hale, serve is up, and that one's out. All right, so it is 2 serving 7. Number 25 back to serve for the War Eagles. Serve is up. That one's an error, so that's a point for the Knights. 8 serving 2. Caitlin Sandage back to serve for the Knights. Caitlin's serve is up, and it's over, and that was in. Point for the Knights, so that's an ace for Caitlin. Nine serving 2. Serve is up, and that is into the back row. They're bringing it forward. Third hit brings it across to Caitlin. Caitlin up to Ariana. Ariana setting it up for Lenny. Lenny with a kill shot, but it's out. Well, good effort. Good effort. Point for the War Eagles, so it's 3 serving 9. Number 2 moving back to serve for the War Eagles. Serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin forward to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton with a kill shot. And the War Eagles send it over to Peyton. She tips it right back. War Eagles send it to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana to Destiny, and it's out the backcourt. Point for the War Eagles. 4 serving 9. Serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana up to Lenny. Lenny across. And the War Eagles save it from going out. And they bring it across to Caitlin. Caitlin forward to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton out into the back row. And the War Eagles send it out. Great play. Folks, that was a great example of how this team has matured over the season. Great play there. They're passing the play to the teammate they wanted to go to so that they can make those big plays. All right, 10 serving 4. And the War Eagles send it out the backcourt. Point for the Knights. That's going to be an ace for Peyton Gray on the serving line, number 15. Scoreboard says 10 serving 4. I think that's what it said, but we'll go with that. And that is out. All right, scoreboard says 11 serving 4. Now it's 5 serving 11. And Warriors goals are going to sub. 22 coming out, 44 going in. 44 is going to move back to the serving line for the War Eagles. Serve is up. It's over to Natalie. Natalie over to Ariana. Back to Peyton. Peyton over to the War Eagles. Second hit brings it forward, and they're bringing it across to Hannah. Hannah up to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana gently across the net. War Eagles keeping it in the air. Third hit brings it over to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana across to the War Eagles. They tried to kill shot, but it was into the net. Point for the Knights. Lenny Rust moving back to serve for the Knights. Number 16 on the serving line. Score is 12 serving 5. Serve is up, and that's an error, so it's a point for the War Eagles. 6 serving 12. Number 66 moving back for the War Eagles. Her serve is up. Beautiful serve. Hannah Hale, one-handed. It's out of bounds. That's an ace for the War Eagles. Number 66 backs to serve again. Serve is up, and it's over to Lenny, but it's out. Point for the Knights. 13 serving 7. Destiny Larimer subbing back in for Natalie Presley. Destiny's going to move back to serve. This is match 2 for 3 out of 5. And Destiny's serve dribbles over the net, and that's a point for the Knights. 14 serving 7. Serve is up. Good serve. War Eagles are under it. Third hit, and they let it fall. Point for the Knights. 15 serving 7. Serve is up. Good serve, but it was out. Looked good, just a little too hard. Out the backcourt for the War Eagles. Point for the War Eagles. Number 1's going to move back to serve for the War Eagles. It is now 8 serving 15. Serve is up, and it's over to Destiny. Destiny up to Peyton. Peyton forward to Ariana. Ariana over to the War Eagles. War Eagles bringing it forward. Here comes a kill shot back to Peyton. Peyton to Hannah. Hannah to Caitlin. Caitlin gently across the net, and she's there for the block. What a beautiful shot. She has dialed in on that net protection. Wow. Ariana Larimer moving back to serve for the night, 16 serving 8. Serve is up. Beautiful serve. War Eagles are under it. They're bringing it forward. They're going to set it across. Ariana's going to set it up to Caitlin. Gently over. And the War Eagles send it gently back. And point for the War Eagles. The Knights were not ready for that. It is 9 serving 16. Number 10 moving back to the serving line for the War Eagles. Her serve is up. It's back to Lenny. Lenny forward to Ariana. Ariana out of bounds. Point for the War Eagles. It is 10 serving 16. Serve is up. It's back to Lenny. Lenny over to the War Eagles. They're under it, and they're setting up a kill shot to Destiny. Destiny forward to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Oh, with a beautiful kill shot. But the War Eagles send it back, and they found a hole on our side of the court and took advantage of it. It's now 11, serving 16. Knights are going to have to kick it into gear if they want to keep in the lead on this. Serve is up. It's over to the middle of the court. Destiny under it. Over to Ariana, who set it across. Caitlin gets it back. Ariana gives it to Caitlin. Goes for the kill shot, but it was into the net. Point for the War Eagles. Good effort. Good effort. Number 10 back on the serving line. 12 serving 16. The serve is up. It's over to Peyton. Oh, she was trying to set that for us, and it was a little too hard. 13 serving 16. Serve is up. It's over to Destiny. Destiny puts it in the air, and there's nobody there to help her. Point for the War Eagles. 14 serving 16. Timeout on the Knights. Knights are coming for a conference with a coach. See if they can adjust and keep the lead. All right, folks, back to the schedule. I think during the last break we had ended with there's a game on Monday the 13th at El Dorado Springs. And then there'll be 3 games, PCCS hosting Cross Christian on Tuesday the 14th. And then after that, we'll take a break until it's time for the state championship in Joplin on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of October. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3-day state championship tournament. And last year we were in Division 4 and did well, but we did not win. So the girls are coming off of a good year so far this year. So we'll see how they fare this year. All right, players are back on the court. War Eagles, number 10, back on the serving line. Her serve is up. It's over to Peyton. Peyton up to Ariana. Ariana setting it up for Caitlin. Caitlin with a power shot. And, oh, trying that block. Almost had it. Good effort. Point for the War Eagles. It is 15 serving 16. Serve is up. Caitlin, and it's out of bounds. That power serve just too hard to control on the return there. So it is 16 all. Number 10 on the serving line for the War Eagles. And serve is up over to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin setting it up for Ariana. Ariana cross to the War Eagles, and it was out. It was close to the line. Good aim. but it was just outside, and that's good for a point for the War Eagles. Should be 17. Yep, 17 serving 16. Serve is up. It's over to Peyton. Peyton forward. That's a better hit. Over to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin back to the War Eagles. They're setting it up, and they gently put it across to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin to Peyton. Peyton in. That ball was in. Good strategy for the Knights there. So it's tied again, 17 all. Hannah Hale back at the serving line. She likes to serve from the far side of the serving line and does pretty well over there. Her and Lenny both serve over there frequently. Serve is up, and it is back to the War Eagles. They bring it forward and gently set it across to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin to Peyton for a kill shot into the back row. War Eagles bringing it forward. Kill shot to Destiny. And Destiny to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny back over, but it's out. Point for the War Eagles. Tie game. Nope, not a tie game. It's 18 serving 17. They had already updated the scoreboard for me. All right, number 25 back on the serving line. War Eagles serve is up to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana forward to Caitlin. She gently sets it back across. Ariana gets it to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Oh, good fake for Caitlin. She came up looking like a kill shot and then brought the other arm up and just set it gently across. What a beautiful move. I didn't see that until the last second. I don't know if she's been doing that and I've just never seen it until tonight or if that's new for her, but that was nice. 18 all. Caitlin's serve is up. She gets a return up to Ariana. Ariana setting it up for Peyton. Peyton back to the War Eagles. They bring it back to Ariana. Ariana forward to Peyton. She gently tips it across to a hole on the War Eagles side of the court for a point. That's a point for the Lady Knights. Caitlin Sandage serving 19, serving 18. Serve is up. Beautiful serve. And tipped across gently to Destiny. Destiny to Ariana. Ariana back to Destiny for a gentle tip. And the War Eagles gently set it across. They send it back over, and they found a hole on our side of the court and made a point, 19 all. Folks, this has been back and forth. Ever since the War Eagles caught up, it's been back and forth. Number 2 back on the serving line. Serve is up. It's back to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Hannah. Hannah brings it back in. Ariana sends it across, or maybe that was Destiny, not sure. Destiny hit it to Ariana. Ariana back to War Eagles. War Eagles back over. They're under it again and tipped it over. Lenny with a beautiful save. And the War Eagles send it back to Lenny. Lenny to Destiny. Destiny across. War Eagles setting up that kill shot. Caitlin saved it from going out. And Ariana back across. War Eagles saving that. Sending it back to Caitlin. What a beautiful volley this is. War Eagles setting up another kill shot. And it is Hannah up to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana back across, folks. Wow. And War Eagles back to Hannah. Over to Lenny. Lenny faking him out. War Eagles setting it up for another kill shot, but it goes to Lenny. Lenny to, that was to Peyton. Peyton to Lenny and across. And the War Eagles tried that kill shot, and it was out of bounds. Points for the Knights. 20 serving 19. Peyton Gray moving back to the serving line. Natalie Presley coming in for Destiny. Natalie's going to help block that dink for the War Eagles coming across. Serve is up. Beautiful serve. War Eagles are under it. Bring it forward. And they're sending it across to Peyton. Peyton to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. And there's a whistle. Oh, the ref said the ball was outside the antenna. All right. I couldn't see that. I wasn't watching. .21 serving 19. Serve is up. War Eagles are under it. They're bringing it forward, setting up a play, and they do. Hannah puts the ball into the bleachers. Point for the War Eagles. That was a power shot, and it was going to be hard for her to control it, no matter who was over there trying to control it. So good effort on the Knights' part. 92 moving back to serve for the War Eagles. And it is 20 serving 21. Folks, this match has been back and forth. Exciting match. Serve is up, and that's a point for the Knights. 22 serving 20. Lenny Rust moving back to serve for the Knights. Serve is up. Good serve. War Eagles are under it. They're setting up a play. And a kill shot from the second row. Peyton's under it. Up to Ariana. Ariana to Natalie. Natalie putting it over, and the War Eagles put it into the ceiling and can't control it from there. Another beautiful play from Natalie. Love to see that. 23 serving 20. Lenny Rust back on the serving line for the Knights. Serve is up. Beautiful serve. The War Eagles are under it. They send it. Oh, it's into the net. Natalie was there for the block if needed, but she was not. Lenny's going back for the serve. Match point, 24 serving 20. And timeout, I believe, on the War Eagles. Yes, timeout on the War Eagles. Trying to give Lenny a chance to cool off before she goes to the serving line for the match point. You can see those Knights are pumped. What an exciting game. No matter who comes out on top on this match, this has been absolutely exciting. You know, the Knights have had a few games like that in the last week or so. A great game at Lebanon against Cross Christian. And if you went and watched that on the YouTube channel, we had an audio problem. There was no audio at all in the varsity game, but the varsity game was absolutely phenomenal. The middle school and junior varsity games were enjoyable to watch. I really did enjoy them, but the varsity game was probably the best I've seen from PCCS in a long time. And then just the other night, we had another game that was also exciting to watch. I can't remember exactly who that was. This is Friday. That was probably on Tuesday night. All right, so 24 serving 20. Lenny Rust at the serving line. Match point for the Knights in match 2 out of 5. Serve is up, and War Eagles keep it, but it's out of bounds. That's a match for the Knights. Knights on top, so it's now 1-1. What an exciting match that was. The first match was good, but the War Eagles on top, and it was more of a blowout. The second match was neck and neck. So exciting to watch that. I love good competitive sports like that. Everybody playing well, everybody being good sports, excellent sportsmanship. All right, folks, you're watching PCCS TV. PCCS TV and PCCS promoting and championing Christ in our schools. Looks like we're taking a brief break between matches. Thank you, sweetie. Folks, if you plan to join us in Joplin for the state championship, that is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, October 23rd, 24th, 25th. I know that many of the motels in Joplin are filling up, or some are even full already. If you need information on where the venues are in Joplin, if this might be your first time there, I would be happy to share a map to those venues. I have a Google map that I have saved of venues they've used in the past. There's, I think, 7 different schools in the Joplin area that they use. The YMCA in Carthage, and then I think 4 different schools in Joplin, and then a couple of other places in the area as well. So I've got a Google map to those that I'd be happy to share. And you could reach out to PCCS. They can get you my contact information, and I'd be happy to share that to you if you need. The schedule is not out. I will tell you that there is a new director for the state championship tournament this year, so I expect some changes. I have not heard exactly what all types of changes there will be this year, and I have not checked their website lately to see if that's been updated. It had been a few years since it was updated. In fact, I'm checking that website right now. We don't have Wi-Fi here, but I do have my own hotspot. It's just not good enough to live stream, but it's good enough that I can get online and check stuff that doesn't take a lot of internet connectivity. And I've checked their website, and it hasn't been updated since 2024, but hopefully they'll be doing that after this year's tournament. All right, so we're on match 3. We're going for 3 out of 5, and the score is currently 1-1. And the War Eagles are back on the court, itching to get this started. They're going to get the first serve. And the Knights are on the court. Serve is up, and the Knights were not ready for that. So it is 1-0. Serve is up. It's back to Destiny. Destiny forward Ariana. Ariana. Up. They say that was outside the antenna. So that's a point for the War Eagles. 2-0. Number 10 on the serving line. Serve is up. It's over to Hannah. Hannah, light hit to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana back to the War Eagles. They're under it. And gently send it across. Peyton with a beautiful save there. And War Eagles put it into the net. Point for the Knights. 1-2. Ariana Larimer moving back to serve for the Knights. Serve is up. Beautiful serve, but the War Eagles are under it. They're bringing it across. That's to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. And Caitlin gently across, but the War Eagles save that. Over to Ariana. Ariana up to Hannah. Hannah to Caitlin. Caitlin, kill shot is tipped out of bounds. Point for the Knights. Ariana still on the serving line. 2-2. Serve is up. War Eagles under it. Power serve, but they keep control, and they send it back across to Caitlin. Caitlin up to Ariana. Gentle tip across. Found a hole on their side of the net. That's a point for the Knights. 3-2. Serve is up. And the War Eagles are under it. They're setting up a play, and they bring it across to Peyton. Peyton across, but it's out. Point for the War Eagles. 3-all. War Eagles are going to rotate number 25 back to serve. Serve is up. It's over to Peyton. Peyton forward to Ariana. Ariana setting it up for Peyton with a kill shot across. War Eagles bring it back over to Destiny. Destiny up to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. And, point for the War Eagles. 4-3. Serve is up. It's over to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin forward to Hannah. Hannah across. War Eagles setting up a play, and they send it across to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Back across to the War Eagles. They send it back over. Found that hole on our side of the court again. Good strategy for the War Eagles, and it worked. All right, it is 5 serving 3. 25 still on the serving line. Serve is up. It's back to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. And the War Eagles tip it across, and it was in. Barely, but it was in. Point for the War Eagles, 6 serving 3. Serve is up. It's back to Destiny. Destiny to Lenny. Lenny to Caitlin. Caitlin back over, and almost over the net. It got stopped by the tape. All right, 25 still on the serving line, 7 serving 3. Serve is up. It's to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana back to Caitlin, over to the War Eagles. And they're setting up that play, and they did it, and it was in. Point for the War Eagles. And the Knights call a timeout. It is 8 serving 3 when the War Eagles are back on the court with a serve. Folks, I'd like to remind you, if you like this video, please be sure to click the thumbs up button directly below it. Show us a little love at PCCS and PCCS TV. If you want, you're absolutely welcome to click the subscribe button. And if you do, you could click the bell icon to get notified of future events, whether it's a live stream or a broadcast, that an event that we recorded and then uploaded later. If you're unable to see our YouTube live stream or, well, our live stream for any reason, PCCS uses the Game Changer app, which allows us to stream the score to the app. And you can watch a live play-by-play app on the app. All right, players are back on the court, 8 serving 3. Serve is up. It's over to Lenny. Lenny forward to Hannah. Hannah over to Caitlin. Caitlin across. War Eagles under it, setting up that kill shot. And Caitlin was there, but just missed the block. Good effort. Appreciate that she was there in the right spot. Almost had it. 9 serving 3. 25 still on the serving line. Serve is up. It's back to Lenny. Lenny over to Hannah. Hannah back to Ariana. Ariana across. The War Eagles setting it across to Peyton. Peyton straight back over to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny forward to Caitlin. Caitlin back to the War Eagles. War Eagles bringing it forward. They're bringing it over to Lenny. Lenny back up front to Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin over to the War Eagles, and they send it across to Lenny. Lenny straight back over. The War Eagles send it straight back, and Peyton and the War Eagles just going back and forth. And eventually, the Knights lost it. Point for the War Eagles. 10 serving 3. Number 25 still on the serving line. Good volley. Over to Peyton. Peyton back to the War Eagles. War Eagles back to Destiny. Destiny up in there to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin back across. And the War Eagles send it out. Yep, out of bounds. Point for the Knights. Hannah Hill moving back to serve for the Knights. She's number 3. Serve is up. Over to the War Eagles. And they set it right across into a hole on our side of the court. They saw it was there and put it right in it. Number 2 moving back to serve for the War Eagles. Serve is up. 10 serving 4. Caitlin's under it, up to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton across to the War Eagles. They're setting up that shot across court to Lenny, and it's out of bounds. But Oh, wow. What a beautiful save. Good effort. Good effort. It was out of bounds, but they didn't give up. That ball was out the side of the court, and the girls still went and got it, brought it back in. War Eagles serve is up to Caitlin. Caitlin back to Hannah. Hannah moving it forward to Peyton. Peyton across to the War Eagles. War Eagles bringing it forward again. They bring it across to Hannah. Hannah forward to Peyton. Peyton setting it up for Lenny. Lenny bringing it across. War Eagles with a kill shot, and it's out. Destiny saw that it was out and let it go. Point for the Knights. And so Caitlin Sandage rotating back to serve. Score is 5, serving 12. Serve is up. It's good. She's got a beautiful serve, but the War Eagles are under it. Third hit, bringing it across to Hannah. Hannah forward to Ariana. Ariana dinking it across. Back over to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton across. War Eagles setting up a kill shot. They tipped it across again into that hole. Ref says double net. Okay, double net. So I think coming from a guy who doesn't know the rules or the game, I think that means no score on that volley. So it's 5 serving 12. Caitlin Sandage at the serve. Serve is up. Another beautiful serve. And War Eagles back over, but it's out of bounds off the Knights. Point for the War Eagles, 13 serving 5, as number 66 is going to sub out. Nope, number 92 is subbing in for the server. So 92 is going back to serve. 22 is coming out. Serve is up. It's over to Hannah. Hannah forward to Ariana. Ariana over to Peyton. Peyton across to the War Eagles. War Eagles setting it over to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana to Destiny. Destiny with a beautiful set right across the net. And the War Eagles spiking it back to Ariana. Ariana up to Lenny. And Lenny sends the ball just in bounds. Point for the Knights. Peyton back to serve for the Knights. 6 serving 13. Natalie Presley subbing in for Destiny, giving us back that height in the front row. Serve is up, and that's an error. Point for the War Eagles. 14 serving 6. Serve is up, and it's an error, so it's 7 serving 14. Lenny Rust is going to rotate back to serve for the Knights. Lenny's serve is up. It's over to the War Eagles. War Eagles putting it up and back across, but it's out. Point for the Knights. 8 serving 14. Lenny staying on the serving line. Serve is up. It's over. And the War Eagles are under it, bringing it forward. Third hit across to Lenny. Lenny forward, and the War Eagles send it back to Peyton, who puts it back across. War Eagles setting up that hit. They set it back to Lenny. Lenny to Peyton. Peyton to Hannah into the backcourt. War Eagles send it back across to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana setting it up for Natalie. Natalie with a beautiful shot across. And the War Eagles send it back over to Natalie, and she tips it right across to him again. Point for the Knights. Again, a beautiful play by Natalie. Love to see that. That girl has absolutely improved her game. 9 serving 14. Serve is up. War Eagles are under it. Second hit brings it forward. They're sending it across to Caitlin. Caitlin to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana with a kill shot that's out of bounds. Good effort. I see what she was trying to do there, but that's going to be a point for the War Eagles. 22 subbing in for 92, number 1 at the serving line for the War Eagles, and it is 15 serving 9. Serve is up, and it is Hannah sending it forward, and the War Eagles kill shot, send it into the backcourt, and that's a point for the War Eagles. 16 serving 9. Serve is up, back to Lenny, and it's out of bounds. Point for the War Eagles. That'll be an ace. Timeout on the Knights. What an exciting game. This is match 3. It's 1-1 currently. Folks, we talked about the upcoming schedule events in a previous break, and I'll be honest with you, I was looking at the live stream schedule, and I don't know for sure, but we may not be able to live stream the next 3 events. The scrimmage on Monday the 6th, the game at Trinity Hollister on the 7th, and the game at El Dorado on the 13th. We're going to see if we can get the schedule adjusted and be available to live stream those games. All right, serve is up, and it is out. I hear the Knights yelling and talking to each other about that being out. That's what we love to hear. Destiny Larimer subbing in for Natalie Presley after a great showing from Natalie. Destiny's going to move back to serve. Number 21 for the Knights. It is 10 serving 17. Serve is up, and it's out. Point for the Eagles. You know, darn it, folks, I just realized I'm calling them the Eagles, and it's the War Hawks. My apologies for that. I think I've been saying that all match, probably all evening. All right, Ariana setting the ball over to the War Hawks, and it's out. Point for the War Hawks, 19 serving 10. I hate that I've been doing that. All right, serve is up to Hannah. Hannah to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana sending it over. Warhawks across to Ariana. Ariana back over. Warhawks setting up a play, and they send it over to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana setting it up for Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot, and it's coming forward from the Warhawks. They send it back over to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin with another kill shot, and the Warhawks send it out of bounds. Point for the Knights. So it is 11 serving 19. Ariana Larimer moving back to the serving line. Serve is up, and it's good. Warhawks are under it. Over to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Back to Peyton. Peyton across with a kill shot, and the Warhawks are under it. Sending it over to Lenny. Lenny to Peyton. Peyton across. Caitlin there to get the tip, and it's back to Peyton. It's across to the Warhawks. They're setting up that shot, and they got it, but it's out of bounds off the Knights. Point for the Warhawks. And it is 20 serving 11. .25 on the serving line. The serve is up. Caitlin under it. Over to Peyton. Peyton across to the Warhawks. That was out of bounds. Point for the Warhawks. Serve is up. It's over to Destiny. Destiny gets it across. Caitlin gets it back, sends it across with a kill shot. Warhawks keep it alive. Send it over to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Gently across. Warhawks are under it. And they're sending it across. Peyton gently across. Back to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah over to the second row. Warhawks bringing it forward. They send it over to Ariana. Ariana forward to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Oh, it's into the net. Caitlin trying to do that kill shot and just missed getting it across. So 25 back at the line still. 22 serving 11. Serve is up. Over to Lenny. Lenny forward to Ariana. Ariana across to the Warhawks. Warhawks to Caitlin. Caitlin to Peyton. Nope. That was over to Hannah. Hannah to Caitlin. And another missed kill shot. Good effort. These girls are usually pretty good at that. Unless they let the ball game get into their heads. Serve is up. It's back to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton with a kill shot. Warhawks are staying under it. They send it back to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana forward to Peyton. That one's into the net. And that is match point, folks. That was a match. And so now it's 2-1. Warhawks leading 2-1. The Knights will get the ball first serve when we come back in the fourth match. What an exciting game here in Aurora. PCCS Knights being hosted by the Oakwood Academy Warhawks in Aurora, Missouri. Very gracious hosts. They let me get in early and set up my equipment, so I was ready to broadcast for the first game. And it's been a great night of volleyball in Aurora. All right, folks, we're back with match 4 for 3 out of 5. The score is currently 2 2-1. Knights get the first serve on match 4. Ariana Larimer back at the serving line for the Knights. Serve is up. It's across to the War Eagles. Over to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana over to Peyton. Peyton across to the War Eagles. And looks like the line judge calling that outside the antenna. I believe that was on us. Yep, serve goes to the War Eagles. 1 serving 0. Number 10 at the serving line for the War Eagles. Her serve is up. It's over to Lenny. Straight back across to the War Eagles. And they send it over. Destiny bringing it forward, and it's into the ceiling. And point for the War Eagles. 2 serving 0. Serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Ariana. Back to Caitlin. Setting it across to the War Eagles. And they're sending it back into the back. Lenny up to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin over to the War Eagles. Third hit. Brings it across to Ariana. Ariana out the back, and it's out of bounds. Point for the War Eagles. 3 serving 5. War Eagles. Serve is up, and it's back over to the War Eagles. Third hit. Nope, second hit. Brings it over. Hannah Hale with a beautiful save over to Caitlin, but the War Eagles found a hole on our side of the court and put it in it. It is, I believe, 4 serving 0. Yeah, the scoreboard hasn't changed. It looks like, yep, there it goes, 4 serving 0. All right, serve is up. It's in a hole in our side of the court. Caitlin's claiming that, says that was her. I'm not sure who it was supposed to be, but we'll go with that. She's claiming it. Serve is up. And that one's to Caitlin. She took it, gave it to Ariana, who dribbled it across the net, and point for the Knights. Hannah Hill moving back to serve for the Knights. 5 serving 1. It looks like my tripod has moved just a hair. There we go. Serve is up to the War Eagles. And back over. Ariana over to Caitlin with a kill shot. And War Eagles let it out the back court. So that's a point for the Knights. 2 serving 5. And serve is up. War Eagles send that serve out of bounds, so it's a point for the Knights. 3 serving 5. Serve is up, and that one's an error, so it's a point for the War Eagles. 6 serving 3. Serve is up, and Hannah's under it, over to Ariana, but Ariana thought it was across the net, and it wasn't. Point for the War Eagles, 7 serving 3. War Eagles serve is up, over to Caitlin. Caitlin forward to Ariana. Ariana puts it up for Peyton. Peyton across. War Eagles bringing it over. And they're sending it across. Caitlin with a beautiful block, folks. That's what we love to see. She has been absolutely, really leveling up on that block this year. Point for the Knights. It is 7 serving 4. Caitlin Sandage on the serving line. And she's across to the War Eagles. Serve is over to Lenny, to Destiny, to Hannah. Hannah gets it back and over to Peyton. Peyton to Lenny. Lenny across to the War Eagles. War Eagles over to Ariana. Ariana up to Peyton. Peyton over to Destiny. Destiny back to the War Eagles. War Eagles bringing it forward, and they're giving it over to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny over to Hannah. Hannah across to the War Eagles. They're bringing it forward. kill shot out the back, and it's out of bounds. Point for the Knights. 5 serving 7. Caitlin Sandage still on the serving line. Waiting for one of the Knights, I believe Destiny, tying a shoe. That's correct. Destiny. Serve is up. Beautiful serve over to the War Eagles. They send it back and find a hole on our side of the court. So that's a point for the War Eagles. 8 serving 5. Serve is up, and it's over to Hannah. Point for the War Eagles. 9 serving 5. Serve is up, over to Hannah. Hannah across to the War Eagles, back to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana, Ariana to Lenny, and it's into the net. Point for the War Eagles. Ten serving 5. Serve is up. It's over to nobody. Point for the War Eagles. Timeout, I believe, on the Knights. That's a hard situation to coach. If the players let the game get into their head, it's hard to recover from. These girls are going to have to get control. Folks, you're watching PCCS TV. All right, both teams are back out on the court. Ref has taken his position. Warhawks have number 2 on the serving line. Scores 11 serving 5. This is match 4. Hannah Hale takes the serve to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton across to the Warhawks. Warhawks sending it back, and it's long, so it's out of bounds. 6 serving 11. Peyton Gray moving back to the serving line. Destiny Larimer going to sub out for Ariana Larimer. Correction, for Natalie Presley going in for Destiny. Peyton's on the serving line. 6 serving 11. Serve is up. Beautiful serve. And Warhawks sending it across and found a hole and took advantage of it. 12 serving 6. Warhawks are going to sub. They're bringing 22 out and 44 in. 44 is going to go back to the serving line for the Warhawks. Serve is up. It's over to Natalie. Natalie back to Caitlin. Caitlin, well, she put it up for a player, for a teammate, but there was nobody there to take it. Warhawks point, 13 serving 6. Serve is up. It's over to Natalie. Natalie up to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana across. Kill shot to the Warhawks, and that's a point for the Knights. Lenny Rust going to move back for the Knights and serve. 7 serving 13. Serve is up. It's over. Good serve. Warhawks are under it. Third hit brings it across to Hannah. Hannah to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana with a set across. Warhawks bring it forward, and they're putting it up. Ariana sets it up. Oh, I think ref's calling net. Yep. Warhawks were into the net. Okay. We'll go with that. 8 serving 13. Lenny Rust back on the serving line. Serve is up. Warhawks are under it. They're got it forward. Gently set it across. Almost had it in that hole, but the Knights recovered. Warhawks are under it again, and they're sending it across. And Hannah Hale trying to get a ball with her foot. Point for the Warhawks. Number 66 on the serving line. Her serve is up. Lenny sending it back, and the Warhawks missed that, so it's a point for the Knights. 9 serving 14. Destiny Larimer going to sub in for Natalie. Destiny moving back to the serving line. Serve is up. That's a good one. And the Warhawks are under it. They're bringing it back from the back row. It's over to Destiny. Destiny over to Hannah. Hannah setting it up. Caitlin. Oh, good effort. Just a little bit off on her aim, so it's down our side of the net. 15 serving 9. Warhawks serve is up. Number 1 on the serving line over to Lenny. Lenny to Peyton. Peyton up to Hannah. Hannah across to the Warhawks. Warhawks back to Peyton. Peyton up to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah across. Warhawks are under it, setting up that play. And they send it over, but Peyton gets it. Over to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. To a hole in the court and made a point. 10 serving 15. Ariana Larimer moving back to the serving line. Serve is up. Warhawks sending it straight back to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Back across to the Warhawks. They're setting up a plate. Nope, they take it straight over to Peyton. Peyton there, Caitlin. Caitlin back to Peyton for a kill shot. And a beautiful shot from Peyton. 11 serving 15. Serve is up. Beautiful serve. Warhawks are under it. They keep it alive. Tip it gently across to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin for a kill shot, but the Warhawks keep it alive. Back over to Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin to Hannah. Hannah into the net. Point for the Warhawks. 16 serving 11. Warhawks are going to sub. 22's coming in for 44. Number 10 moving back to the serving line. Serving 11. The serve is up. It's back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Caitlin gets it just across the net. Warhawks under it, sending it over to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Oh! And point for the Warhawks. 17 serving 11. Serve is up. It's over to Destiny. Destiny puts it up. Ariana gets it. Caitlin takes that third pass across. Warhawks sending it back to Caitlin. She's setting it up for Hannah. Hannah sets it up for Caitlin, and it's just outside the backcourt line. Point for the Warhawks. 18 serving 11. Serve is up. It's over to Peyton. Peyton back to the Warhawks. Warhawks put it forward, and they're going to dink it across. Ah, good effort. What a beautiful save from Peyton, diving for that ball. Think she might have banged her elbow a little bit. Struggling a little bit there with that. Good effort for the Knights. All right, score is 19 serving 11 when we come back. You're watching PCCS TV. All right, Knights are back on the court. Warhawks are back out on the court. Number 10 on the serving line. 19 serving 11. Serve is up. It's over to Destiny. Destiny to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. It's into the net. Point for the Warhawks. 20 serving 11. Serve is up. Over to Peyton. Peyton straight back across, but it's out of bounds. 21 serving 11. Warhawks serve is up to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. There's a beautiful kill shot, but the Warhawks stop it. Bring it back across to Destiny. Destiny, it's out of bounds. Point for the Warhawks. Serve is up, and that's an error, so it's a point for the Knights. Knights are still alive in this game, 12 serving 22. This is match 4, going for 3 out of 5. The Warhawks lead 2-1. Hannah Hale on the serving line. Serve is up, and it's out, so it's 23 serving 12. Number 25 for the Warhawks moving back to the serving line. Serve is up. It's over to Destiny. Destiny up to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana across to the Warhawks. Warhawks setting it over to Peyton. She's straight back to him. And the Warhawks setting up a kill shot, and it's out of bounds. Point for the Knights. 13 serving 23. Caitlin Sandage back to serve for the Knights. Number 19. Serve is up. It's over to the Warhawks, and it's out. Point for the Knights. All right, folks, match point. Warhawks are, I said point for the Knights. That's point for the Warhawks. My mistake. Warhawks back on the serving line. 2 serving for the Warhawks, and the score is 24 serving 13. The serve is up, and it's back to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Dinks it across, and just inside. Point for the Knights. Beautiful play for Ariana and the Knights. Peyton Gray moving back to serve for the Knights, number 15. Natalie Presley subbing in for Destiny. Serve is up, 14 serving 24. Warhawks are under it, and they're sending it back across. Ariana, it's out of bounds, but Hannah saves it. Lenny sending it back across. Warhawks are under it. They send it back to Peyton. Peyton to Lenny. Lenny back to Peyton, and it's into the net. Folks, that's a match, and that's a game. 3-1, Warhawks on top. Good game for the Knights. All right, folks, this broadcast is copyright Polk County Christian School. Stop by our school at 2490 West Tower Drive in Bolivar to see what we're doing to provide a Christian education for students in our area. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for supporting PCCS and PCCS TV, and we hope to see you again at a future broadcast. Have a blessed evening.